Hey, Jules Plus Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. I have just a tiny little cup of tea. I love huge cups of tea. This is my half cup. This is only 4 cups. I have a big one that's 8, if you've seen my teacher mug before. But yeah, it's a 4 cup night. And I have licorice spice by Stash over the counter. I love it. And no, it's not cold. It's still 79 degrees outside, but I just felt like tea. Yeah, I just felt like some tea. That kitchen is closed, my tea bar is open, and it's just refreshing. It's just so comforting. Anyway, I have a great talk on 6 things that mentally strong people do. It's actually quite more than 6, even though it's numbered as 6. But, it was interesting to me because I do consider myself mentally strong. Now, am I emotionally strong? If I accidentally get caught up in the emotions, maybe not so much. So these don't all apply to me at this time, but I thought they were worthy of reviewing, and I'll use them as the icon for the video. So number 1, it says, strong people move on. They don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. I'd give myself about an 85 on that, about 85%. I ultimately move on, but I often take a moment to lament. Number 2, they embrace change. They welcome challenges. I absolutely welcome challenges. Embracing change, again, I kind of hang tight on that. A part of me holds on to that for sure. So again, probably about 70% on that because I love a challenge. But in terms of change, I'm always kind of fighting myself on that. Number 3, they stay happy. They don't waste energy on things they can't control. People are shocked at how well I am at being happy, despite all that I've been through, because I've been through some very harsh things in my life. But to not waste energy on things I can't control, I guess that would depend on how the timer is running, I most certainly spend, I give my total effort, and then finally I let go. But I don't just move on right away. If I see that there's any hope left, I'll do it. But praise God, I do get to the point where I do finally let go. So again, it's a tough one, it might be right there. The staying happy part, I can always find a reason to rejoice. And that's just by God's grace. So I don't know, somewhere around 70 or 80. Number 4, they are kind, fair, and unafraid to speak up. That's straight up for me. That is straight up. I mean, I am even if it affects me directly, I can still find a balance and be fair. Even if it goes against me in the end, I lose out. I will always favor fairness. I'm absolutely unafraid to speak up in almost every situation. What's interesting is I'm more afraid to speak up depending on how intimate it is. The more it affects me directly, the less willing I am to speak up, right? Because the risk is much greater, of course. Kindness comes very easy to me. Number 5, they are willing to take calculated risks. Again, calculated. You take the time, you assess, you evaluate, and then you take that leap, So yes, I'm absolutely willing to take calculated risks. And number 6, they celebrate. This is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite, and it's completely true for me. They celebrate other people's success. They don't resent that success. That is me 1,000,000,000%. I have never envied or been sorry for somebody else's success. I have only rejoiced. I have only celebrated, to no end. And I never resent it. It kind of goes back to that idea that, just because one person is seemingly being blessed, right? Like their life is going right, doesn't mean that there's not enough for everyone to be blessed. Like people always have a sense of, well, they already got it, so there's no more for me. And it's like, no. Like with God, there's always more for everyone. And even in business, the more companies that are succeeding, the more companies are succeeding. Like it benefits everyone, you know? And so yeah, I happily celebrate others' success and rarely I can't really think of almost any example where I've resented somebody else being successful. That's grace that I most certainly have. All right, let's go over it really quickly. I'd love to know how these apply to you. Number one, they move on. They don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. Number two, they embrace change. They welcome challenges. Number three, they stay happy. They don't waste energy on things they can't control. Number four, they are kind, fair, and unafraid to speak up. Number five, they are willing to take calculated risks. And number six, they celebrate other people's success. They don't resent that success. I love it. All right, my friends, like if you like, join us if you haven't. Subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you and if any of these apply to you. And until we talk again, best of all, know that you're blessed. I'm back. Not really.